that that boy is not working for them. I've told you here. And I called a name and I called the local government. The others are tied there. So you can now see I have given you lead. It's not because I'm making general statement. I heard what Toyoko was saying, that people died. People said, I have no problem. As a Guba candidate, can you write out the names of those who were people that died and where they died? I watch AIT. And that's why I say sometimes, with all due respect, we don't carry credible, if we don't have credible information. The news, 8 o'clock news, violence at Sanitary local government. There was no violence in a Sanitary. The election was there on Sunday. The level of security I saw, I've never seen in any election in the government. You know what they're reporting? A young man was carrying his phone. I was saying, look, see what happened, see what happened. How can you carry a young man's phone and then carry it on news, the violence? I was thinking, as an intelligent reporter, you go to the scene and see what happened before you carry it. You are using somebody's phone. And you know what politicians can do. I was there, somebody put up a video, my audio, that they said they accused me in 2016 to Sahara, which was even debunked in this election. But they should listen to what I was saying. And people were asking questions, and we laughed. So, assuming that video or that telephone was an incident that may have happened in 2015, and you are carrying such news, that's AIT for you. I don't understand. I don't understand. I thought you would have gone to the scene, see what happened, and nothing. All you just told one boy to stand, and the boy was carrying his video. I mean, there is the phone reading, showing you, and yeah, you carry it on news. It's so regrettable, so regrettable. And that's why I was watching Channel 2 the other day. I watched Sheikh Okumbane. The kind of what he was saying about River State, I said, where is this man getting this information from?
Trend, Your Excellency.
Yeah, but I called
2019, a soldier, 5 other persons were killed. No, I'm saying that there's a background to putting River State as a hot
You remember what happened in 2019? Yeah. You remember how the soldiers came? Why don't you say how soldiers came and how people resisted the soldiers?
So the background is understandable.
No, that does not mean because something happened in 2019 and then you are confirming it's happened in 2023.
But that cases.
You should have said that people resisted the soldiers who are coming to ruin the nation. That's what you should have said. And not to say River State is violence. No. You should praise the people who stood, women who naked themselves and bought their breasts to say we will not allow you to do this. You could not even credit them that. That is what people should do. To resist rigging. They made their mind to say they don't care whatever will happen. You cannot take our ballot boxes here. The first people resisted it.
But that was widely reported. But
I'm just giving you the background. The point I'm making that we should do our investigative journalism and come out with a report that's authentic. Every loser of an election, mentioned apart from Goodluck Jonathan, who considered, even when the result was not announced, mention one politician in this country that's considered when you have lost. Mention one. When you lose the election, there was violence. They killed 45 people. But when you win, there was no violence. And you should not maintain the mentality of our politicians. Even in the collection center, when they know they are losing, they take their agents to cause confusion in the collection center. So let it be. And then when you now go in your analysis, you now say, you see what happened? To show you people are not happy. Who told you people are not happy? These are the agents. Things are not going on well.
But they're verified cases.
Your Excellency, maybe you should just give us an update to the list of 27 individuals you released just before the elections for arrest. You declared them security risks with the election. What has become of that list? And those that were arrested?
Police have arrested so many of them. You see, there's no time that the law says you cannot arrest him. You know, sometimes, you see, what happened? You saw the man who on video, who was saying, kill 2-3 egos. If you kill them, then they will not know that we are serious. That was it. Assuming police did not pick up, and anything happens, that's what they will come and tell you. Look at somebody, a politician. If we do not take steps, we have done that. Video, we didn't show it to them. We really believe that somebody will do that. And then they tell you, they tell you, oh, you're arresting. Yeah. Let me tell you. If I declare one to I'm going to declare one. I move to the police. Why declare me wanted? We really believe that somebody will do that. And then they will tell you, they tell you, oh, you're arresting. Yeah. Let me tell you. If I declare one to the police declares one. I move to the police. Why declare me wanted? What did I do? That is the reasonable thing anybody should do. They arrested our people. Who are your people? Criminals are people. Now look at what happened. We intercepted fake INS security card. And this fake INS can go to be the Guba candidate, Magnus Sabe of SDP. I called the security agency. I put it, I said, look at it. They said, how did you get this? I said, the director of security of INEC headquarters, Lebarundu, who is from Ogoni, printed this to give to a favor Guba candidate. To not give to individuals so they can have access to all the INEC areas and then disrupt the election. If when I got it, I raised alarm. The security agencies, the military, everybody, police, look at it. They summoned the wreck. And what happened? Not deny that they don't have it. The national had to release a press statement. And denying that, luckily for us again, the military arrested 4 people with those tags. Yes. These are things that could lead to violence. If we want violence, we would have allowed them. Since we are aware, all we would have done, if you say anybody, get them out. This would do. And violence will ensue. But we call security agencies. And they are acted immediately. And these are the same people who come on television. People who read the election. But you have taken steps to manipulate the process by using your own brother, who is in INEC headquarters. Even though he denied it, but we know. We know. These are things politicians do. When they fail, they come back to say they were rigged. Look at the steps you took to manipulate the process. In Ogoni, there's a hotel there where the security raided, got the house of that candidate of SDP, one Fenko, and women, where they were using papers and were thumping. On election in Ogoni, the candidate of SDP, Magnus, will come out on to television and tell you how people are rigging the election. Go to police and say, who is Fenko? Where was he arrested? Which hotel did they arrest him? And what was he doing with the women and other annex staff? You know, it's not anybody who cries at first that you think is innocent. No. Special forces are from SSS. I, as a governor, I've never had any army. I, as a governor, have never had any special forces. It's simple security measures. And they say, well, you know, they are black. I said, this is really the law. You come out on television, you say you would not VIP people, policemen from VIP. Look at one candidate, see what they do. And the candidate uses it to intimidate voters in his own village, and you are not talking. You know, people don't shout. They rig the election. Where did they rig? The candidate of APC, Toyeko, he voted man. In his own compound, asking that place he voted, they rigged him. He lost. In his own putting in compound, family. So people came there to and made him to lose. In his ward, he lost. In local government, he lost. And people should also tell ourselves the simple truth. How do you win an election? Let me start with SDP. How do you win the election? Magnus was in APC. He didn't get the ticket of APC. He left APC and joined SDP. Within 5 months, SDP is not in River State. You mean you're too popular. Within 5 months, to win gubernatorial election in a state like Rivers. Within 5 months. If it was even a party that was in existence, that's a different thing. If they're even talking about the government non-performance, then the people can say, okay, yes, we cannot. Now, look at APC self. APC have been shut out for long. I took 60% of their people. I took them. Magnus took 20% and went to SDP. The majority remained with a remnant of 20%. How do you win an election to a coordinated, united party like ours? A party in the state has so much on ground that has performed so much. And you are talking about rigging. How do you rig them? To Watson Amaechi's case, he went into the issue of abandoned property, which was so dear to Rivers people, and they have to punish him with their votes.
But that rattled you a bit. That political line by him rattled you a bit. How? Because we saw you in the last days before election that you even had to almost embark on what I would call neighbor to neighbor campaign. No, particularly to the Igbo-dominated areas.
It was deceitful. You see, politicians, when they come to tell you story, be careful. There are some people can buy a hook, line, and sinker. All I did was to counter to tell you, but it's a lie. He was governor for 8 years. Why didn't you remember? It's not everybody that will understand this. I went back to them. No, fine. Ask him. You were governor for 8 years. Why didn't you remember this abandoned property? Why are you telling us now when you are bringing this person? You will do. When you were there, you didn't do. I mean, does it make sense? You need to go back and tell people. And then they realize, say, hey, wait a minute. This is very deceitful. We have lived in peace with them. Let nobody deceive you. And any politician should know. There are areas you know this party will win. There are areas you know this party is likely to win. There are areas you know it is tough. You cannot tell me in Rivers State today, every day as we are campaigning and commissioning projects and flagging up projects, and you think that the people are not seeing. How can you see a government that's living at this point? Yesterday, I was inspection. I'm inviting the president-elect to come and commission. Yes, I'm inviting president.
Is that to cement your relationship?
It's not cemented. No.
Your official relationship
with him? It does not matter. You can call it anything. I have a right. I'm invited to, after all, I invited Kwakwasoya. I invited Obia Commission project.
Yeah. Why didn't he's the president-elect and he has a lot of largesse to dispense.
No, it is even better. Because those are invited, what did I get from it? So if I invited him, if I'm inviting him and I'm going to get something from my people, so what's wrong with that? But the point I'm making, look at the government now living. By Monday next, we will start commissioning another round of projects. Who does it? For Christ's sake. And you're telling us that we will lose the election here? I said you're telling us that you don't need to perform, you don't need to provide people of democracy, anybody can win. The confidence the people of the state has on us, the confidence is that we trust this government. They do this, they have done it. They thought they would do, they have done it. They thought, but if it's where you have told them something and you have not done it, then they will say, hey, be careful. You told us this, they didn't do it. Let the River State mention what I said I would do, and I did not do it.
Excellency, you're bringing the president-elect to commission the project.
I said, I'm not saying that it's accepted.
You will.
Yes. I would want, River State will be glad.
And you too will be glad to have him come inaugurate those.
If I'm the one writing letter, why would I be glad?
That's not my question.
Yes.
Are we also likely to see you accept an offer, civil ministerial appointment from the incoming government? Is there a possibility of that?
We have not gotten to that level. I'm not in their party. They know what they want to do. Look, I told you, I'm not.
If you are offered.
The president-elect has already alluded to the fact that he will form a cabinet of national competence.
Right.
So
they have not told me I'm competent. So I was like, nobody has told me the president tells me that I need to think about it.
The president of their party declared it so.
No, that does not mean that he feels so. Okay. But so don't try to different meanings
No,
because you see,
speculations already, Your Excellency.
No, see, there's nothing in politics speculation. Because I said, as at the time I brought Obi to commission project, why there was no speculation? As at the time I brought why was there no speculation? Why would there be speculation? Because he's now president-elect, so there will be speculation. If I'd invited him then, would there have been a speculation? You see, we always reading meanings into things. We are always reading meanings into everything that happens.
Because Nigerians know that you are always a step ahead when it comes to politics.
Exactly.
I don't know what is no, every student must be proactive. Student will wait for when the exam comes before you go and read. That's what students, when they say they can't cope, they plan how the students, so the exam can be shifted. So it is not, look, for me, as far as this election was concerned, we have planned this election, we are prepared, everybody was prepared. We are all charged up. We wanted to test River State. Let us know whether it is wrong in providing the basic infrastructure. But let us know, how do you pay, what is democracy? That we have sat down. Look, today, I tell you authoritatively, I don't know any state, in spite of the hostileness of the federal government against us, we are still able to survive. Yes, but we have been able to tell the state we can do better. The only way we can do better is consolidate and continue. But why do most people talk about Lagos? Why? Why? Because of the continuity. No continuity of bad governance. Continuity of good governance. I challenge, look, they gave us the law school under Amechi's government. He rejected it. That this Nigerian law school was given to us. That it was now moved to Bayelsa. People forget history. Industrial court was given to us. Amechi rejected it. It moved to Bayelsa. I came as governor. I said, no. Bring back an industrial court. They said, well, they have no money to build. The state government had to build industrial court. And now we have an industrial court back. I pleaded with the Cabinet of Education. Yes, the state government has put not less than 5.something billion in the Nigerian law school in Lagos. I have no, but we can build a new brand law school if you can give us a campus of Nigerian law school. And they said, why not? And I thought I was going to build it in 10 months. And I built it in 10 months. It's the best law school today everybody is to attend. It's the model they have adopted. If you want to have a law school, you must build reverse model. Why would you think we do all these things and our people will say, don't vote for us? Why? Tell me any governor that has come to say, I have 44 local government, for example. Each of the local government can attest to the fact that we have been impactful. And nobody has been able to challenge me. Nobody. They are from local government. Toye Cole, he's from Calabar area. He's from Akukutoro. He's from Abonima community. You have Asaritoro. You have Degema. Let them challenge me that they have done. On Tuesday next week, we are going to commission first phase of Kalabari Road, which everybody will be using to play politics. I have done it. So, Magnus, he's from Gokana. Yes. Let us say when he was in SSG, everybody had used Sapunwa Bori Road as political road. Everybody comes, nobody did it. I came. I dualized it from Sapunwa to Kono, 36 kilometers. I challenge anybody. Who are the right candidates? I don't know them. We mentioned them. I don't know them. You know, they just come to arise and talk. Anybody?
You know them as a politician.
No, please, it's not. No, see. Let us face reality. It's not every day. Somebody said, some people even say, that one boy, I was watching on TV, what they say is a jackass. You know, this country we're in, you need to have strong leaders. That boy ought not to come and talk there. That was the boy that kidnapped the wife of the leader. Mercy for forgiveness. That's why most of them, when I see them talking, they call amnesty. It's not Karabari chief. And that's the boy I saw on television. That's what in fact. He says he's a philanthropist. What's the problem? Is that an occupation? Is a philanthropist? Is that an occupation? What is the occupation? What do you do? And they say they are running an election. You see them just gather on television. Oh, you know, this election was rigged, violent, this. Show one place And like in my local government now, we have 1,200 polling units. Now, if in 4 units, for example, you have some skirmishes in 4 units, you now come to say, in Obiabo, violence everywhere. 1,200 polling units, and you have problems in 4 units. How could that generalize?
Also, it's not like you're discounting until the...
No, I cannot. Nigeria has never done elections. No. Which DG?
The APC's DG, the campaign DG in Aoda West.
No, the DG.
Chisom Leonard.
You can't have DG in Aoda West.
Well, that's the title that was given.
The DG, let me dedicate you.
Oh, go ahead, please.
You can't have DGs in the LGAs. Yeah, you can have coordinator.
But I mean, this is an APC affair, except you have the
DG is Michael West from Asaiton. That's the DG's campaign. If they are saying it's campaign manager in Awoda West, in any case.
But someone was killed.
No, what I'm talking about, let them bring the report. Who killed? What happened?
We saw pictures, we saw videos.
I have always told you this too. I've always told you this. First of all, that's why I said, be careful of using cultists. Be careful of using cultists. You see, if you know what to pass through, and that's why most of the cultists I declare them wanted. Because I know what they are plotting to do. I have not told you here whether you like it or not. Why most of the cultists I declare them wanted. Because I know what they are plotting to do. I have not told you here whether you like it or not. There are no incidents. I mentioned one place in this country today where there was an election and there was no skirmishes or what. Tell me where. Tell me where. But again, you must be careful of the way losers will always escalate it. I have not told you, I gave you the instance in Abudu. I gave you the instance. I did. But that does not mean, generally, if the election was not, look, we have had election in this state. There's no way anybody can compare what happened in this election and what happened in 2019. We're not here. People forget. Under the SARS commander, Akin Fakorode, who was killing our people, when Amechi was minister, we're not here. We're not here. When Akin Fakorode was caught with the returning officer, the returning officer was holding him. INEC had to set up a committee to look into it. What happened? INEC indicted Akin Fakorode and said he should never participate in the election again. The former IG killed the report when they submitted to him. This man should not. Idris, the retired IG, killed the report. Look, the problems we have, you see, let nobody, you see, people do things. When it's time, people were here and you saw what happened on Akin Fakorode. This judge, Senator George Sakibona, when we had a rerun, to announce his result was a problem. Akin Fakorode, I left government house with my security. I said, no, we won't allow that. I tracked. You know what the police did? They dismissed all my security. All. Why should they go and stop Akin Fakorode? That is how bad we were. I mean, he was the one in charge. He was minister of, he was super minister. He was close to Mr. President. Nobody talked about all those things. Now you are seeing where things moved on well. Because we didn't go back to what it used to be. I'm not, look, the federal government had not supported me. The only support I told the world I got from Mr. President, that he released the money for the Niger Delta states, and I thank him for that. That does not mean I've not been a victim. I've not been one state the federal government has unleashed terror. They have.
The party that created the governorship election, have you thought of that? What do you think could have been the reasons? The presidential, we saw the people come out, you know, in large numbers. And for the governorship, yes, we've also taken a look at what happened across, and we've seen reports on that too. You could say that there was, you could see it because the number of people that came out. It is not the first time. We're always doing this. I thank God he said so. I thank God he said, look, you know, people were, you see, the federal election was of interest to so many people. Federal election was of interest. Local election is a different thing. I can tell you that.
after federal election, and so many people felt what we wanted, for example, not what we got. That day, okay, we're no longer interested. That's economic. So you see local elections. So many people say, what's my business? What are we going to vote? We know that PDP has done well, yeah? We know that Susupa has done well, Susupa. It happens that way. Look at the votes. The federal elections are 500 and something thousand academic voters. In this there are 400 something thousand. So it's not as much as you may. It's a local election. So I don't think it to do that. Even those who have never voted in their life. Yeah. Even pastors, even who never voted.
First time voters.
In fact, they said for that election. I've told you that. Even those who have never voted in their life. Even pastors, even who never voted. In fact, they said they must vote in that one. And for them, well, that is okay.
Sorry, yeah. Governor election.
Yes.
And some people are concerned with the way that you are very dominant in your state, the influence that you
How independent will you
Okay, hold on. If I supported any of them, would that not be my thought and so? If I supported any of them, would that not be my thought? You see, I've told you. Losers, those people are saying that, did they not lobby me? Did they not say heaven and earth to me? If I supported you, you have done what? You see, what am I going to influence you? It is for him to make his mark. It's for him to fill the big shoe I've left.
He not being a core politician.
No, that's not like core politician. I don't want to hear that word core. What is core?
In the sense that he had graduated from the civil service up to the top post he got.
How do you govern without the civil service?
Yeah.
So you must go around and be shouting before you see that's the mistake people make. He had worked with me. He had worked with the system from 2015. He resigned as accountant general some months ago, right? He knows the dream of the government.
The
he knows what the
of
government have done.
Yeah, he knows the workings of government.
So
but politics.
What is politics?
Like the national politics that
so
Rivers PDP, Rivers PDP will continue to be relevant in the PDP affair, and he will be the leader of the PDP.
Nobody,
at that level.
Whether he was born to play politics or not, the moment you become governor of Rivers State, everybody knows the importance of Rivers State. So there's no two ways. He's not going to beg anybody to seek for relevant. It's already relevant. It's already relevant.
After sleeping just one night in government house, the spirits will enter him.
See, let me tell you this. Relevant. It's already relevant. It's already relevant.
After sleeping just one night in government house, the spirits will enter him.
See, let me tell you this. Everybody, you determine what you want to be. You determine how your future will be. If you want to grow away politically, it's left for you. See what I've done. And I do know it's somebody who's calm. He's not a talking type. He's a quiet type. But he's an achiever.
His answer to that, because you said earlier on that if police declares you wanted, answer to it and sort it out. So like Nigerians would like to know, has he responded to that declaration by the EFCC declaring him wanted?
There's no time EFCC declared him wanted.
It is on EFCC's website.
Well, it's not saying the public look at what happened. Look at what happened. They're all liars.
Can I read it out? It's on EFCC's website.
Yes.
That the public is hereby notified that the persons whose photographs appear in this alert are wanted by the EFCC. In fact, his passport is first Fubara Siminelai. 3 other persons or 4 other persons were mentioned. Officials of the River State government are wanted in a case of criminal conspiracy.
Let me tell you, you don't even know. First of all, EFCC cannot even touch or declare anybody who works with the River State government. They know they have no power under that. They know that there's a court judgment against them since 2006. And they have tried to appeal it up to Supreme Court. They've not been able to set that aside. They know. Does he not go to a FAT meeting? Does he not go to a FAT meeting? Does he not move around? What happened was this. You know, and we know people. We know their modus operandi. We know politicians. They did it to Amechi. Yes. We know them. We know them when they are not going to get this ticket, what they will do. So, what I did was, okay, I know where they are heading to. we went to court against the FCC. And the court said, no, you cannot touch. So this people now wrote petitions. And I said, no, you cannot now. What's happened? Because I know where they are coming from. You know, you beat them to the game. That they are the ones. And I confronted the chairman of the FCC. I said, no. He said, well, they don't, it was bad, they knew. But they wrote that because he had won the ticket. I know what the plan. In fact, the day the party was to give them their certificate, the National Party chairman, IU, said that EFCC would arrest him. That if he comes, that's why he won't come. But IU was surprised. He was there and picked his certificate. So IU not started, but they said they will arrest him. Look, this is game. We know them. So people think that they just, each time somebody has come out as an aspirant or candidate, you got to bring the FCC. Why have you not brought the FCC? Why? Because he has won as a candidate. Yes, and the FCC know that they cannot interfere in the financial dealings of the River State government. They cannot.
So he's not guilty of those.
What is he guilty for? What is he guilty? What is he guilty? But we're not even going to that for whether he's guilty or not. Assuming, not considered. Yes, he cannot. They know. It's not today. It's not as I'm governor. No. Since 2006, they have been struggling how to set that judgment aside. They have not succeeded. So they cannot. They know. The chairman knows. They cannot.
Your Excellency, since we are talking about the governorship, the governor-elect in Rivers State now, does it worry you that most governors, I'm trying to come short of using the word install now because I know governors are not installed, they are elected, who had the support of the sitting governors, most often midway into the administration, usually fall out with their predecessors. Okay. Does it worry you, Your Excellency?
What will you worry me? What will you worry me? You have finished as a governor. Yes, you gave somebody support. So, it was every day you call him. But you go there every day for what? On what basis? What are you looking for that you didn't get? Why you were there? Look, I don't understand this. And that is why people make mistakes. All every government wants is respect. Right? If me, I can leave government as a governor 2.5 years ago, what am I going to be disturbing him as governor? I left government 2.5 years ago. I don't even feel it doesn't even bother me. It is my hope that he performed better. And people will say, look, we're happy of the product you choose for us.
All right. Your Excellency.
That's my own happiness. Yeah.
Your
It's not to begin to go and influence him to do what? We're going to ask him for money. Or bring money for my wife. Or bring money for my uncle. What kind of system is that? That's why there should be a problem. You know, we're human.
Your Excellency, that also led to the concept of godfatherism.
No, that's not about godfatherism. It was not about godfatherism. I never had. But I respect my leaders. This is very simple. Very simple. What is it? What is it that, you see, leadership is simple if you understand it. It's being able to manage everybody. You cannot do 100%. And you must be able to tell your people, be firm. They tell them what they may not want. It's not, I won't tell you what will suit you. I will tell you what I think is right. It's not what will suit you. It doesn't matter. And he knows me very well. And listen, we will feel disappointed if we go below what I have done. We will feel disappointed. But we know he will not do that. There are so many things left for him to do. So many things. And I know, by the grace of God, he will shock everybody. When I came on board, nobody ever believed it. They carried all kinds of stories. There was no story they didn't come.
Including that you will not be able to pay salaries.
Yes, I won't pay salary, I won't do this. But today I shocked everybody.
But Your Excellency, let me ask this question. It's a quick follow-up to that. We know that SIM has always been a part of the government, of the system. Yes. But the tradition is for the outgoing government to set up a transition committee to work with the incoming team and all of that. Are we going to see something like that that will ensure a seamless transition to SIM?
You have to differentiate two things. Transition has to do with somebody who is coming in, who ministers have to brief on the workings of government. Okay. Now, he was a Accountant General, right? So if you form a transition, what are you going to find in Accountant General's office? To brief who? To brief the Accountant General of the happenings of Accountant General's office. What you now do is to set up a committee that will prepare for his inauguration. And it's simple as ABCD. But if it was somebody who was not the government, we have to understudy what government is all about. Ministry will brief ministry by ministry. I didn't have the opportunity when I came on board. I never had anybody who handed over any document to me. But in this case, there will be a document handed over, which, financial, who's going to prepare the financial statement? Who's going to finance? He was the Accountant General till the last 2 months. Even though he was not going to sign, but they knew the other Accountant General would be the one to sign it. But he knows where the state stopped as the time he left.
Okay, I was going to ask. Okay, I was going to ask what endeared you to him or him to you. What are the qualities you saw in him and you thought, okay, maybe this person will be fit for Rivers State? Because for some people, they say they've not even heard him speak as much as they've heard you speak, even in this campaigning process. So they try to picture what kind of governor would he be.
You see, those who have been speaking, did they make it? All those who come out to channels, AIT, did they make it? You do people like to make noise. They are silent achievers. As an Accountant General, in fact, as the Director of Finance, you can't see him near politicians. Very dedicated to his work. Very committed to his work. No excuses. No excuses. And as the governor, I need money to carry out my project. And once you say, look, we are in need of money to do this, you sit down with Commissioner of Finance, and I can tell you the result is being delivered. It's not those who talk. After talking, what happens? After talking, what happens? Leave this rabble talk. We want you to hear them on television. Go down. They're empty. Governance is not talking. That's not about governance. Leadership is about firmness, ability to take decisions, and knowing what to do, and supervising. Yes. Today, I can tell you as I'm sitting here without any document, ministry to ministry, payment made to every contractor. I can tell you, see, because I'm not just the office sitting type. Yes. And no commissioner can tell me, oh, we have done something. No. I'm always there. I'll see it. I'll confront you. And he had learned the way. Leave those people who just want to see that they have been looking for being governor since 1999. There are someone who have been running as governor since 1999. There are those undoubtedly, they have done everything to the governor. At that time, I know that they told Dr. Peter Lee, whoever you bring will support. Immediately they brought Amechi, they wrote petition to EFCC. That's what they do. That they also did the same thing. When all of them came to me, we agreed. I purchased the phone for everybody. As a team, we said, look, we must take one person. We don't want people spending money. And they all agreed. O.C. Jokecha drafted the agreement. Everybody signed. Whoever the leadership takes, we all abide. The moment it did not fall on them, they started writing petitions. That is the nature. That's how they are. And those kind of people, you give them power, they will just start the state tomorrow.
But in spite of that, Rivers used to be one homogeneous, almost a one-party state. All the people that you find in all the other political parties now are original members of the PDP.
Because
you made a broadcast yesterday.
Everybody wants to be.
You made a broadcast yesterday.
Yes.
Instead of celebrating your victory up to some limit and offering the hands of fellowship, no, we didn't see that. We saw a brutal you that was
it's not correct. I said,
when are you going to?
I know, let me correct what you said. I think so. That's why it's good to read the speech. You know, people like to twist things. I said that we are still willing to work with opposition. That the government letter assured me that if they retrace themselves, it's willing to work with them. And what Olive and do you want? We should go and carry plane and begin to They should be traveling everywhere. Is that the only branch you want? We won't do that now.
Yeah.
Recently, you inaugurated the State Civil Service Commission, and you gave them the mandate of employing 10,000 youths from Rivers State.
Yeah.
Why did it take you so long to do that?
Is that
about leaving the office?
No, is there any law that said this must be the time? You see, that's one thing people don't know about the strategy and your style of governance. I have seen that, right as it is now, the state is in the position to pay more workers. Therefore, that you need to employ more hands in the civil service. 2, about promotion. Leadership can cause you problems. When a leader of former National Labour Congress, the woman who said she was running on that labor, was a crisis. And she wanted to use that to play politics with us. That she was the one who brought about promotion of workers. We said, no, you won't take that credit. As she left, we said, do workers, look, we're also human beings. We're politicians too. I won't give you that credit that you would have used now to say it was their time that workers got promotion.
Did you know she was going to?
How would you issue Europe for governorship for what? Governorship for what? I mean, no, look, these parties have nobody. Some people just rush, Labour, give me ticket. Thinking that you can bargain. But bargain with who? We would have to do that. It's unnecessary. So, whether I have employed people, yes. Why do you employ them? It's not necessary. I'm still governor.
The promotions?
I mean, it's not just the promotions is going on. No law said it must be so time. All the laws say, look, I promoted civil servants. All the laws say, look, I'm entitled to decide when to employ workers. And that's what's important. Not why did I not do 2 years.
Are we backdating the promotions, Your Excellency?
What? Well, that would be the advice of civil service commission. That does not within my powers.
Yeah, but
what's important? What
makes sense? Does it make sense? People don't push me. No.
But in the last year, you said the last year of your government, that people have worked. People will now enjoy. You said something like that, remember?
I don't have enjoyment. Not enjoyment. Enjoyment is only when you drink coke.
What will be your party?
Look at the infrastructure everywhere.
What will be your parting gift generally to the people of Rivers State? Parting gift as a governor. Then, particularly to the civil servants, what will be your parting gift to them? We saw in Lagos, immediately after the election, when is it 20%? You guys in Lagos are getting now.
Well, I work with the private sector.
Let me tell you, I'm not going to. I'm part of the federal government negotiation on the
minimum wage,
which we have implemented. That's the first time a civil servant is becoming a governor.
So that's a parting gift as well.
To civil servants, they should be happy. Produce a governor. Is that not good? That we are giving them a promotion. What do you want as civil servants?
So at least recognition.
Recognition. And their promotion have been, and we are paying pensions and gratuity. Every month we spend not less than 3.3 billion to pay pension and gratuity. Even when I was not governor, what would any worker need? My pension is being paid, my gratuity is being paid, promotions are being given. Yes. And now to talk about it, our own colleague, our own technocrat, is now the governor of the state. What benefit, what parting gift can be bigger than that? As for Rivers, I have assured Rivers State that this state will continue to be one united state. This state, I didn't support Ogoni governor, Kalabari governor, Ikore governor. I supported a Rivers governor. We didn't go to campaign that, this are the governor. We didn't do that. We said, no, Rivers governor. Some people will tell people, this is Ogoni governor, it should be Kalabari governor. No. I said, no, we won't do that. Let's give to Rivers who will continue for the interest of Rivers State to move the state forward. That is my own interest.
Now you mentioned the blueprint. You referred to Lagos earlier, having consistency and something to sustain the state. Do you have a blueprint where, after everything you have done for the state's infrastructure, everybody is happy, that your successors will keep that blueprint going? That
well, let me also advise. Yes, we have, but that does not mean
the successor cannot make amendments. As the chief executive, there may be some idea that was not put in because he was not the chief executive. And now as the chief executive, he has the opportunity, which is him, to now say, we'll continue with this, but we can make amendment here and there. So there's no blueprint that must be
cast in gold. I mean,
no, it's not true. So you remember, as you move on, economic growth, things, population growth, so many things come in place. So amendments will be made. But we believe that continuing with what we have done, with one or two with the little amendments, will not set back the state. Rather, it will still make the state to move ahead. That's what I've always advised people. When people talk about the blueprint, I think it's a casting stone. Oh, this road must go this way, the way we have done it. No, somebody can come. We think that it shouldn't be this way. In order to correct it, it's more beneficial. That's the kind of things I try to let people know.
Just a clarification, when you said that we should mention another pivot all through, delivered 3 senators, House of Representatives, Osun State, the PDP in Osun State. In fact, the State Assembly, literally, I think 24 out of 25. So maybe that's another state that is competing. And you said 90%.
Don't compare my state with the level of PDP. I should just came here.
Well, at least, just to put a,
I don't want to
that point. What is the fact here?
Because let us tell ourselves the simple truth. I'd like federal government to hunt on Osun. Then, it's the next election, you will now know whether they can survive the way we have survived. That's the point I'm trying to say, compare. It's up to 6 months now that they took over the rest of power.
In fact, that should be commendable. I mean, doing that within 6 months, isn't that even commendable?
That's what happened.
That he was able to deliver.
I have told you, is there any federal government attack on them?
So during this election, you witnessed,
onslaught. Maybe you are not understanding the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that, first of all, when the proper election, general election comes, and they have the federal government, you understand me, that is against the state government, and then you survive in that election, then you know you have survived. I'm not talking about just now.
Right.
I just gave instances, and to show that of all those who are fighting us in the PDP national, they should mention one state that has delivered the way we deliver.
All right. Your Excellency, we have just about 10 minutes or less to end this. I'll ask a general question. From where we started, let's get back to that. And then my colleagues may have quick interjections to make or follow-ups to make. But everything has to end within the next 10 minutes. And that is, we started with a review of the election. You said that INEC performed in some areas. We'd like you, for the future elections, what are those areas where you think we got it right, and where are those areas we got it wrong? For the purposes of
I think one area INEC must have to look into is training of the ad hoc staff.
Training?
Oh my God, it is quite appalling. Some of their staff don't even know how to use the beavers. Some of their officers who collect don't even know how to do the collation. You see this horrid trained worker staff. I think INEC should, as a matter of fact, convincing the federal government that we need to employ more hands in INEC, not just for the election, so that from time to time they are training their staff, so they will use them for election. This attitude of 2 days to the election, they are training. What can you achieve? What can you achieve? If you see the officers, most of the officers, the other staff, in fact, in that way, begin to suspect whether it was not done intentionally for this polling, you know those kind of things. But it is very bad. Okay. So they should take up that the training shouldn't be. Well, maybe they will tell because of funding. But if they are not funded, then there should be election. Because it's a critical thing. If you're saying funding, then what are we going to election because there's no fund? You must train your staff very, very well.
Unfortunately, these ones are not even INEC staff.
That's the point I'm
ad hoc staff.
That's what I'm saying. So even if they're ad hoc staff, you can give them 1-2 weeks training. But what INEC may say, the money may not be. No, you insist. We cannot do credible or carry out very effective, efficient election if we don't train our staff very well. And if the federal government is interested in having a very transparent
and a very effective electoral process, then it must have to provide for the outwork staff or their permanent staff to be trained.
What of the introduction of beavers? As I
have said here, introduction of beavers has greatly reduced the level of violence in the electoral process. Because, and let me also tell you the truth, beavers are also shown most of the population we claim this state registered 7 million are all lies. I can tell you today, are all lies. Oh, so state registered 8 million is a lie. You know what happened? If you watch before now, our second president manual. So people write figure, write name. If not, how would you tell me that 7 million people registered in a place and you get 1 million people? How? How? And that also tells you most of this population they are talking about is fake. We do respect, it's fake. Because our population is fake.
You don't think Nigeria is up to 200?
It's not a question of up to what are you in the now. Mind you, the population will do to before. Because population is an index for allocation. Most states manipulated it, wrote names. And so we believe that these beavers have gone a long way to really tell actually number of registered voters.
Your Excellency,
Yes.
because we just have to go. If you had more time as governor of Rivers State, I know you would have done more. So what are those specific areas you would want your successor, you wish that your successor should do things about in Rivers State?
Virtually, I must say that we have virtually covered what it is to do is to expand on them. Which area have we not done today? Is it the health sector? Is it the education sector? Is it the infrastructure? Is it the security? We have improved on environment sanitation. We have today. It used to be more than it's better than what it used to be. Right? One area is to continue to give access to basic education. I discovered that when we came on board, the number of primary schools that I saw, that it was quite appalling. And I will play that, yes, we have taken to some extent, but we should continue with that. Because that's the only way we can have or give our people not only access, but quality education. I've also seen that. Okay.
No, you wanted to make another quick point. I wanted to come with a question, but you can make that last point, please.
Sorry, you've taken it.
You've also seen that there's the things you're expecting that your successor should at least work on.
Okay, I've talked about the issue
Education.
Yes. Okay, I've talked about the issue of security. Right. You say no government can do more without providing security for its people. And doing that, I have launched a neighborhood watch before, and it was former Army Chief of Staff, Brotai, who came to destroy our neighborhood watch. And I sent new soldiers to make sure. You know, that's why I say I've suffered, this state has suffered a lot of things. Other states had it, but Brotai sent the soldiers to make sure our one did not take this. Even when the security people were involved, who even profiled them. We had to go to court, and it took us time before the court said, look, we are valid to the state government can. And I believe that if we continue to work with security agencies, the level of security today in our state is quite impressive. Right. That does not mean that that's where we should be. And most investors have come back to the state because of the security. Look at what we did about the, what's it called, the smoke and the suit. It has come down practically. Well, the step we took about making sure there's a bonfire. Those who do this local refinery. And people are comfortable. It's not enough. You have to continue. And it's a very difficult task. Very difficult task. Because those who are doing it will fight back the system. They believe that that's their own source of livelihood, revenue, which we said, well, yes, which is it is
for us to live to make your money, but not at the detriment of other people. Health is very important. So issue of security, my successor should look into it, but take it very, very sincerely and work with security agencies to improve on what we have now.
Just quickly, and it's good to see that you still have a soft spot for education. Old habits don't die, apparently. But I like that this interview gives you an opportunity to tell your side of the story. And I'd like you to speak to this one particularly. Your Commissioner for Energy and former Commissioner for Water Resources were arrested by men of the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army, alongside 49 ad hoc staff. And, you know, the allegation was... I didn't get that?
Commissioner for Energy.
Commissioner for Energy and former Commissioner for Water Resources.
Former.
Arrested, yes, by men of the 6th Division. And the accusation, alongside 49 ad hoc staff, was that they were accused of thumbprinting various political parties and arrested at an event center. Are you aware of that, and what would you like to say to that?
No, nobody has told me that. I've not gotten that. Former commissioner.
Yes, current Commissioner for Energy and former Commissioner for Water Resources, alongside 49 ad hoc staff.
No, nobody has told me that.
Is it something you would like to also investigate?
No, when you're just briefing me now about it. Somebody may have sent it to you, and this was that I can tell. Why has not come to the national news since?
So
since Saturday till
have
now.
you heard from them ever since then?
I'm saying you're just briefing me now. I'm shocked.
All right, we just have to end it. Thank you so much, guys. Miriam Vincent Oko, she's of NTA. Miriam, good to see you again, and thank you for all the good questions. Karade, thank you so much. And of course, Mike Okoche. Mike, glad to see you again. And Your Excellency, thank you so much for allowing us to invade your space as usual. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Right, that's the end of the chat for today. We look forward to having you next time. On behalf of all of us, my name is Benga Aruleva.